Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Sweet Spring and the final map in the saga between Lyngby Vikings and Extremum. Map number 1 on Ashen going in favor of the mostly Australian hoster. Route number 2 or map number 2 on Nuke went, of course, in favor of Lyngby Vikings. And here we are. Vertigo, decider, loser goes home, winner goes to the playoffs. Of course, myself and Surfer will be casting this one as well. Jack, how are you feeling about this decider?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this one can go either way. I'm not too sure what way it is going to go. I will be leaning maybe a little bit more to Extremum, you know, considering they've been pretty good in this event on it, only losing it out to 1 win, beating Sharks Anonymous and Budapest 5. But I mean, Lyngby, it's such a strong map, and you know, it's mainly because of their play towards this A site. Rals and Bird from Sky, they are a fantastic duo, and their ramp control on the T side is one of the best I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a team that knows how to contest ramp control, and it's going to be really interesting to see throughout this entire map when they're on the T side, later on when they're on the CT, how they're going to proceed. But for now, it's going to be Rouse picking up the opening, going to Jacob. A nice little kill there. Jacob wasn't ready for so many players to just storm in towards him, and now Lyngby are going to regroup back towards B, where by the looks of it, there's no one to actually welcome them. Extremum, they've stacked completely every single one of them has stacked towards this A-bomb side, and now they're gonna figure out they've got it wrong. They've got it completely wrong, and they will have to go for a 4 versus 5 retake without a defuse kit, which is kind of not what you want. Bented, again on the CZ, by the way. It kind of feels like he loves playing the CZ on pistol rounds. That's a pretty interesting decision.
Yeah, you can see why as well. Like, he is very, very good in the last map, but right now he's going to be up against it, trying to make it work. Yensley Bird from Sky will lock it down, and CZ does nothing. So Azur, he is going to have to retreat. He's going to save the armor. Lyngby going to go 1-0 up. Good pistol from them, and well, already Extreme on the back foot.
Yeah, at least Azur has a really sick combo with the skins. Look at that. I love the red team.
Yeah,
you know, the knife, the gloves. The pistol is really sick as well.
I haven't seen the knife yet. Maybe we will be able to see it now if he stops quick switching.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as Bentez.
Nice.
They have the same combo. Okay, that's teammates. They have pretty much the same combo going on. But Lyngby Vikings are going to be able to pick up the pistol as we head into a technical timeout. Of course, we hope that everything's alright with both teams and their PCs, internet, everything, because you know it really sucks when you get into a decider. You're playing a long best of 3. It's one to qualify for playoffs. If you get into some issues that you can't really change and things are going out of control, that doesn't always play good for you. It kind of just never plays good for you. But well, it's gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, technical powers come to an end, but I like the reinvestment already here from Extremum, and you know, we've seen Lyngby pull off a nice few Deagle rounds. I'm just wondering, can Extremum do the same here?
I'm just wondering, do Extremum decide to give us a birthday present and send us 2 of these knives? But, well, let's see if they're going to be able to give a birthday present to Lyngby, as now only with the pistols they will have to try and deal with all these rifles and the MAC-10 in the hands of Mangs. Ross leading the charge with the Galil. Spotting the top of the head, they go for the double HE stack, but Jacob is going to be able to avoid that. Now going back. You know, at this point, Lyngby don't want to commit too quickly on this one. They want to just settle back, wait out a bit, bait out some utility as well, and don't get caught in a pretty strange fight or a crossfire. And we can see that Extreme are going for the A stack, which, considering that Lyngby decided to go back towards B, might be the right decision here. Bented all alone towards this B bomb side. Yeah, I don't really fancy their chances. I feel like this is the safe call. Bented is all alone, even with this failed smoke, even with the flash. Just the CZ from a long range. He's gonna go for a reflash, repeak, but yeah, it's just 5 players. He actually lands a dink on both of them. So Benton with some pretty decent damage, but he's finally gonna go down. Liaz just running through the smokes. There's the jump from Jacob. And yeah, unfortunately for the side of Extremum, a lot of damage has been done, but no kills whatsoever. Only the one on Bird from Sky. 3 players tagged low, but it's not gonna change it out. It's not gonna help out. Lyngby Vikings onto a second.
Yeah, Extremum hanging on to at least the Deagles here will be something. Rals actually might go down here to Gratisfaction. Look at all the damage. I mean, it was close enough. Bentet, if he maybe got a few kills. You thought because of maybe that mist smoke, they might get something out of it, but it was always going to be difficult. They really needed to find maybe 2 kills in quick succession coming into that bomb site. Nevertheless, Lyngby are going to win the round, but Gratisfaction is going to give Rals a haircut. So, I mean, they take away 1 more rifle. It's not going to be saved. It is going to be Extremum on an eco. And, I mean, the odds favouring Lyngby so far. If you want to check them out, you can head over to teb.gg/odds. And you can sign up with our partners over at Pinnacle. And, well, if you use code SPRING21 down the bottom of your screen, when you bet €20, you will get €20 back.
Yeah, so you kind of don't lose anything. You can only win. That's pretty decent. But for now, it's going to be Lyngby to be the ones that are only going to win, at least for this round. The eco on the side of Extremum. Okay, Azure is going to find the double. This shouldn't make it really dangerous, but they picked themselves up AKs. Now Bandit is going to fall, so Azure, if he wants to win this round, you have to opt for the ace clutch. The 1 versus 3 already on 2. Still has control over the bomb. They have a fair amount of utils also. I imagine they're just gonna smoke him off, use some flashes, pick up the bomb, and then try to go back with it. There's the flash, they pick it up and they run. That's it. And now Azure, he just left alone. What do you do now? Rouse is just gonna be waiting. So if he wants to push the smoke, Rouse is on the other side waiting for him. I feel like at this point for Azure, you get that kill, you try to go for it, and he is gonna get it. So this isn't impossible. He has armor as well. Doesn't have a defense kit, yes, but the AK and armor, 51 HP. The NC is tagged. Dafu is tagged to 80. There is a possibility.
The double from CT here, I really like this from Lyngby. They're going to get aggressive and Yenzi finds that kill. I mean, yeah, really do like the idea from Lyngby there. Azure with a very good attempt does do a lot of damage, but now this is the round that we want to see. Gratisfaction on the up. How are Extremum going to fight for this A ramp, and really how are Lyngby going to do it as well? Are they going to take it slow? We know sometimes that we do see Rals and Bird from Sky, they do like to, you know, go very aggressive early on, but I mean it will of course be up to the round. And well, now Gratisfaction goes for an aggressive peek, misses the shot, and Bird from Sky nearly punishes them, but decides against overcommitting.
I love this deep smoke from Lyngby Vikings. It helps them out to kind of avoid the smoke from Extremum and get up close against the AWP. Obscures the vision. Gratisfaction not quite able to find an opening here, as Lyngby continue to make some noise, use some util towards this A-bomb side. And you know, something that you mentioned before the start of the game, Lyngby are a team that prioritizes ramp control a lot. Like, they're a team that heavily invests all of their grenades towards ramp. They usually have this one player, being Mangs, just holding on for some aggression towards B. They might have one over towards A, but towards middle, pardon. But they prioritize getting map control early on pretty much every single round. It doesn't matter if they're gonna fall back after. They get ramp control every single time, and now they go back. Bird from Sky is gonna be going for the lurk play towards middle. All of his team towards the B stairs. Has the support of Rouse actually, so this might be a pretty decent split attempt from the Lyngby side. And now Lias fully flashed. Oh, he's not looking for it. The timing is really bad for Lias, and he is gonna fall. Now Bented with all to do towards this B bomb site. Bird from Sky has already gotten himself into CT spawn, so that's gonna cut off the rotations. Bented, he needs to step up, spots one of the players, tries to isolate the fight, and actually Max is all alone. They've left, they're going elsewhere. Such a nice play from Lyngby Vikings. Extremum, they're just out of fight. They don't know what's happening. They don't know where to go. The bomb is now going once again back towards B. Azure doesn't know where to look. What a chaotic round, but Lyngby Vikings, they make it work in the best possible way.
That's just
awkward.
Absolutely insane to me. Yeah, awkward. I mean, just I didn't even. I could see on X-ray like what was going on. I was looking at the minimap, and I still didn't have a clue what was happening. You know, Lyngby, they were just everywhere, and I can only imagine how Extremum felt. Bentet was in a really awkward exchange with Manx dancing around elbow. They were avoiding each other like the plague, and well, they finally found each other. Manx came out on top, gets that kill, and then it just all falls apart. But it's a lovely timing found by Bird from Sky to drop Liaz, really to open things up. Lyngby, so far so good. 4 unanswered rounds.
I feel like in this round, Extremum felt like Lyngby are nowhere and everywhere in the meantime. Like, in the exact same moment, they're nowhere to be found, but they are holding everything.
Yeah,
and they're coming in from everywhere. That's it. You kind of never knew what's going on. And once again, no money on the side of Extremum. Lyngby Vikings starting to look like a tough team now. And it's hard to imagine that this is the same team that got owned on Ancient, that lost at 16-4. That's the same 5 guys in the server that won Nuke, that are now winning 5-0 against Extremum on Vertigo. And look at his triple kill from Dafu. That's just beautiful. And he can even find the ace. Dafu with number 4 in the ASO. Why do you need to be so cruel? We would love to see the ace.
Yeah, we would, but I mean, you can understand. I mean, Liaz, he gets the kill. Still,
I can't.
You can't
Do
understand.
it for the viewers, yeah.
Yeah, you should just let him get the ace, but nah.
It's like a knife kill. We haven't had a knife kill yet, have we?
No. Not
We
yet,
need
I
to.
don't think.
I hope we do.
I seen one yesterday in a different event I was covering, which...
No. I hope we do. I hope we do. We need it. But that's beautiful from Dafu. There's a quick replay. Gets even the Ford. Unlucky that he doesn't connect onto Liaz, but a nearly flawless one for Lyngby. And look at the odds. 1.3 for Lyngby, 3 for Extremum. These were vice versa. It was pretty much the same, but the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, Extremum were pretty much heavy favourites going into this, and now Lyngby, they are looking pretty good. They're looking very strong on the T side. And, well, they have to survive this round. Yeah, last round was only against a few pistols. There was 1 rifle, I believe, in the equation. Now, against this buy round, we are seeing a little bit more of a passive default from Lyngby. Extremum, though, they are not going to be aggressing too much. They're just looking for the small bits of info that they can gather, but they're not going to push too aggressively early on in the round. And it's probably for the best, because Lyngby, they are very much holding and expecting that.
Yeah, absolutely. Dafu going for the flash peek towards middle, and as you said, Lyngby are just waiting for Extremum to make some mistakes, and these mistakes might be this round progression, as now Dafu though is looking for an opening towards middle. Liaz has been caught off guard a couple of times, now falling back because of the molly. Jacob toying with the idea of going even more aggressive. He has a smoke for the re-smoke towards Ram, so Extremum this round have got in control, and this is a crucial kill. If Jacob goes down here, that's gonna just rain chaos amongst the players of Extremum, but now with this skill, they know exactly what's going on, and Lyngby, they group up towards B once again. Bentet yet to find his first kill, but if he does in this round, this might be the best possible moment. 20 seconds on the clock, they need to go. There's not enough time. They need to go. There's 3 players stacked in from Extremum towards that B-bomb side. This is going to be such a tough take. Mag just walking in. It's the stacked bomb side. You get 1, but there's the double peek straight after. Azur and Bentet are going to finish it off. Dafu once again left in the 1 versus 4, but this time it's not meant to be. Extremum win there first, and they make it look easy.
Yeah, they make it look quite easy. They'll be delighted to pick up their first round. And, well, it's just Lyngby waiting a little bit too long there to get really anything done. You need to be a little bit quicker. You run out of time. You put yourself in a bad situation. And, well, Lyngby will be hoping now that that won't be the same case. Or they'll be maybe a little bit more proactive towards the mid stages of the round. Maybe not very early on, as we see. We're going to see a little bit of aggression here from Extremum. They're going to push down. They're going to take the B stairs. Liaz drops the smoke. We see, I believe it is Bentet in that really awkward angle to clear out just above Plat. And, well, now we are going to see Lyngby change up their approach. They fake out a little bit of presence. They go back towards A, but this setup is nice so far from Extremum. Never mind. Gratisfaction's dead.
Yeah, that was a bit reckless from Gratisfaction. This spam, but Azur and Jacob, they've been perfectly set up for this double kill. And things are back under control. Mangs, though, making his way out of there, and he might catch a bit of a timing going to Azur. Jacob with the recovery. Elias with one more, but Mangs still alive and kicking. Bented is gonna finish it off. Extremum with 2 in a row. It was a messy one, but it works in the end. Money starting to dwindle on the side of Lyngby, although they will have enough for another reinvestment. But Extremum might be on their way back.
Yeah, they might be, and it's a lot better from them. But we thought maybe, you know, Gratisfaction going down there, taken with a lovely one step through the smoke. And, well, it's the second round there. But I like it from the CT side. They're getting a little bit more proactive. They're getting a little bit more aggressive. Now, Lyngby, usually that plays right into Lyngby's favour. But in that round, not really. Even though Gratisfaction goes down early on, Extremum are able to recover the round. But they'd like to win them maybe a little bit more smoother than that. Lyngby definitely still not out just yet. And a good long way back for Extremum so far.
Gratisfaction, oh, misses a shot, and Jacob is gonna fall. Gratisfaction allows the second, but it doesn't really matter. He's went down, and so has Azur, and this is the safe goal. At this point, Benton and Liaz, there's nothing that you can do in this round. Lyngby Vikings make it 6, and you know, that's way too many times that Gratisfaction has been caught. Just out of position, off guard, missing shots. Last round, he was just caught spamming the wall tour short. This time, okay, you're good for 1, but you're standing in a position where you pick up 1, you're dead. Like, it's a different thing. If they don't get the kill onto Jacob, if I'm not mistaken, it was tour short. If they don't get the kill onto Jacob, and they're going for the slow, like, contact play, you get the first, you can fall back. Once they get a kill onto Jacob, they're just exploding. So, it's one and done situation, if you get 1, even. That's the best case possible, you get 1 kill. I almost want to see Gratisfaction give himself a bit more chances to go for multi-kills and maybe try to be the game changer, because he's kind of always playing these one and done situations. And I get it, you're trying to set up your teammates, but it's not always gonna work. And I really want to see him have a bit more impact with the OP.
Yeah, I mean, I said to the CT side, you know, the aggression was going to play a little bit into Lyngby's favour, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, you know, Ral's just running up the ramp, he just mows them down, and I mean, Extremum calling a timeout. You can understand why. They're, what, 6-2 down? I mean, 60 rounds already for Lyngby at this stage is fantastic. Now, Extremum, they do have a way back. The buy that they do have is going to be okay. Gratisfaction can bring out an op if he wants to go glass cannon, and that's exactly what he's going to do, deciding that the op is probably worth the risk of no armor. But, I mean, it's really hard to look past Lyngby here, Ted, to be honest. Just looking at the way that they're playing, the way that they're set up, I could possibly see them getting into double figures in this first half.
Well, if a change doesn't come through from Extremum, they might as well make it to double figures, as now Gratisfaction is trying to go for a peek over this smoke towards Ram Jacob. No, actually, Gratisfaction is elsewhere. I'm not quite sure where he is on the minimap. Yeah, he is for sandbags. Okay, he's just covering short for them. That's a nice crossfire that they have right there. That's a nice crossfire for Extremum, a good way to take ramp control. And Bented is gonna take down Burr from Sky, although he's gonna get traded 1 for 1. And now Liaz is put under a lot of pressure. He needs someone to cover at least middle for him. The flash is perfect, and oh, Liaz, he needs to be careful. Gets a ding, but gets the kill onto Mangs. That was a crucial one as well. It almost denies every single chance for Lyngby to go towards that B-bomb side, and Rouse has been hurt. Gratisfaction falling back with the AWP. Now trying to go for the peak. He's gonna attack Rouse down. Not frag him though. Falling back towards headshot, he goes. He has the support of 1 more player towards A that is watching short for him, so he can be as brave as he wants with his fight towards ramp. And Jacob, he's pushed all the way towards middle. Oh, if they take their time just a bit more, Jacob can do it for him. Gratisfaction, he just needs to stay alive at this point. Just tuck in, stay alive, maybe do some noise, and Jacob, what a crucial kill that is! Gratisfaction though, going for the spam, he might get caught off guard, but Jacob is gonna double up and double down. There's the OP kill, and there's the 3rd round for Extremum.
Yeah, turned around in there, and I mean, it wasn't even the player towards Roth. Jacob was actually in.
Yeah, I
ladder.
know.
Yeah. Sometimes the map is a little bit weird in that way, but yeah, no, he pushed down. He got a nice flank, and well,
No,
see
X-ray did it to me.
yeah. Oh, X-ray betrayed you. Oh, okay, yeah. To be fair, it is difficult sometimes to see on this map because they are very, very similar. But I mean, what a round there from Jacob. It works out perfectly. Now Lyngby with a few Mac 10s, well, one Mac 10. Bird from Sky is very, very low. He is just going to hide in the smoke and hope for the best. As we see Jacob trying to find an opening kill for his team, but maybe decides against it, wants to play a little bit more passive. But 4 players here towards A is going to allow Dafu to get out mid, and Liaz now is going to walk into an angle that's already being held, but nice shot. Man advantage gained. Lyngby Vikings on the back foot once again, especially with that kill onto Yensi.
Gratisfaction's loving sandbags, man. This is maybe the 4th time that we're seeing him towards sandbags with the 80 BP, and he finally finds some success. Max, once again, though, lurking towards B and Bented. Oh, I don't think he's aware. He thinks about it. He's gonna spot it, but Max, he's gotten himself a kill. Nearly the second Lias needs to stay alive here. He doesn't want to go for this fight. Even if he gives up the bomb side, they can play a 4 versus 3 retake. It's not such a big deal. And with this kill from Gratisfaction, with Azure taking out Max, it's just going to be Bird from Sky's Diego, and that's not going to be good enough. 4 on the board for Extremum. A pretty swift recovery from them, and 4 surviving as well.
Yeah, 4 surviving, building up that economy on the CT side. It's getting closer, a lot closer now, and well, let's have a look at just the money. Yeah, for Lyngby, it's not looking too great. So another little half buy, maybe, you know, a few deagles is all that we are probably going to see in this round. So Extremum just need to get over that little bit of a bump and hope they can get there without any slip-ups. But I mean, we've seen, I believe it was Rals on Nuke and Manx as well. They had some impressive deagle rounds, so maybe not so straightforward.
Oh man, I'm not sure if I can take it anymore. Like, they've been going for a lot of these Deagle plays. Gratisfaction is gonna start things off pretty well, and you know, I don't almost want to say it because every time we say that, it ends up completely backlashing and backfiring. But this should be a protocol round that Extremum used to build up their economy. It should. Now I'm saying it should. No, it won't. It should. Bented, hearing go the steps, and yeah, that's what we were speaking about. Max picking up the kill. He asked for a pretty nice recovery though. The bomb plant is not gonna be going through as well because of these kills. And now it's only Dafu and Rouse left in the 2 versus 4. Azure picking up 1 more, and that leaves Dafu to his lonesome with the 50-50. He's gonna get taken down by Jacob, and you know, they actually made it work. They actually keep 4 players alive, losing only Bented. That's not bad enough. That's not too bad. And they're starting to build up their cash.
Yeah, I mean, only there's 1 player there. That's fine as well. If obviously it's more ideal to keep all 5 alive. Look, the odds now changing over in favor of Extremum. So Pinnacle favoring Extremum now, which is a little bit of a surprise. But I mean, 5 out of the last 6 rounds, you can understand it. We see a tack has been called. I believe that it will turn into a technical after this tack comes to an end, just as we wait for Liaz, I believe, to reconnect.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Little tactical pause, little break of the play. Money okay on Lyngby. It would have been a lot better if they could get a bomb plant out of that round, so they're going to be limited on utility. Bird from Sky, if he wants to go for an AK, he's going to be without utility, but knowing the IGL, he's probably going to play a Mac 10 or something. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a little bit of ramp aggression early on and then straight into an A execute, maybe to catch Extremum off guard.
You know, that was working. Like, for the opening rounds at least, that was the thing that gave them most of the success, or at least taking ramp control and then going back towards B. One thing that is maybe uncharacteristic for this map so far is that actually Bented is struggling a bit towards B. So every single time that they go, he's almost like one and done in the best way, in the best scenario. Like, A lot of the times he even falls without getting a kill, and that's simply because Manx is so effective against him. I feel like he's won most of his fights against Bentet, and Bentet was the player to be like the multi-kill machine for Extremum in the past maps, right? On Nuke, on Ancient, he was the one to constantly pick up double, triple kills, even quadruple kills. Now he's just a bit off, and this might end up costing Extremum. But yeah, I agree. I kind of feel like we're gonna see some ramp control. It has been one of the pivotal points for the success of Lyngby Vikings in the opening round, so I really hope they go back to the roots.
Yeah, and we are going to see that technical pause come to an end. Looks like the issues have been sorted out, so we aren't going to be waiting too long, which is great. And actually, Burf was going to go for the AK, so I'm a little bit surprised at that. Usually he does go for a Mac 10, so maybe it will be a little bit more of a slower approach from Lyngby than I was expecting. And, well, Burf from Sky and Dafu are going to walk out towards B. So very, very passive towards A. We see the bomb on Raz. He's just going to be holding just from behind the bridge area. He's making noise, dropping the bomb, trying to fake out the presence, but they're going to walk towards B. Manx gets the first kill. Liaz with a lot of damage done to Burr from Sky, as well as a kill of his own. Benta has fallen. Liaz gets that kill onto Manx. What?
Shooting through walls, this man. He doesn't care. Liaz, he's going to triple up. 3 for him, bomb will go down, but he might have done more than enough. And with this damage onto Burr from Sky, he's low on HP. Jacob is gonna take him down. The kill from Gratisfaction. What a nuclear round from Liaz that was. That was phenomenal. I want to see a replay of that 3K.
I mean, it's just the double kill, or rather, the first kill and the damage done towards mid. I was like, okay, right, well, that's enough. Bentet falls, he has to rotate over. And, well, I mean, that second kill, I've absolutely no idea what that was. How that has happened, I've no idea. And this is interesting, right? So Bentet is really struggling on the rifles. He's gone for an op. He's going to go for an aggressive peek towards B. And I really like this, because if you are struggling with an op, you can pick up an AWP. What is going to be a problem, though, is Lyngby are going to be sprinting out towards middle, and Bentet is going to be called into action.
And he actually announced the second, so that's not too bad for him. He's actually done his job, but Liaz, one and done for him. Oh, but look at where the bomb has been dropped. That's just an impossible round for Lyngby, really. Yes, he needs to step up. They need to get rid of the AKs. And there's all 3 players just waiting out. Azur is gonna take Yancy. He has the high ground, and he has the kill, leaving Burr from Sky in the 1 versus 3. He's gotten himself the AWP. But to what use? To what good, rather, can he use it? Well, that's it. Gratisfaction picking him up. 7-6. Extremum with the comeback. That was a 6-2. That was a 6-2 in favor of Lyngby Vikings. Now, it is a 7-6 for Extremum. They're going to be able to even contest winning the half, which we didn't think it was possible. And actually, I love the switch from Bentet. You spoke about it. He picks up the double kill. It's really unorthodox, like, maybe moment to get the double ult, because you know they're not gonna have enough money, but you kind of get a double, so it's justified.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets completely ran over there, and the B side falls, that's the round pretty much over, and that's probably Lyngby winning the half. You know, you've given them a massive chance, but it works out. He finds the double. Very actually surprised he got that second kill, but nevertheless, it was a nice shot. Now, Lyngby, they changed up their approach and they make their way and try and take ramp control. It is going to be contested. The flashes are good. Oh, they're all there. Azur with a triple and a quad. Oh, lovely 4K. Going for the reload. 9 HP. Go for the ace, Azur. Sure, why not? You spotted Manx doing the damage. Manx, he will take him down. Drops the smoke, but surely this is the end of the road for him. Surely this is going to be an 8th round for Extremum. And I mean, what a recovery story in the later stages of this first half.
And man, every single ace attempt gets absolutely denied today. I have no idea why. They just don't want us to see an ace, you know? They just don't want us to see an ace. That was absolutely beautiful from Azur. What a play from the IGL. If we were criticizing him on Nuke that he doesn't do the damage that he's supposed to, well, now he did. The problem is, what happens if Manx wins this one in a 1 versus 4? Because he's already gotten himself 2. Yes, he just needs to retrieve the bomb. He's not quite aware that both these players are towards A already, or towards ramp. But he will surely have a chance. He's been tagged down to 28, manages to make his way out of there actually. But with 15 seconds, he's just gonna get double P. Gratisfaction taking him out of the equation. That's gonna be Extremum winning the half, 8-6. But what a play! Look at that from Azur. Look at this quadruple spray down from the in-game leader out of hell. 16 and 5 for him, and 8 for Extremum.
Yeah, we were very critical of him. You know, he was 0 and 9 after the first 9 rounds. So, I mean, you know, it was probably fair, but what a bounce back from him.
Yeah.
And now Benset, he's going to be called into action with this up early on for a shot onto Manx. Tries to retreat and will be able to do so. Nobody is going to be able to get a refrag from the side. The rotations have come in. The util is going to be dumped. Jacob getting that kill onto Rals towards A. He was really the lurk here as Dafu gets up towards Plat. And Lyngby, it looks like they're going to have to commit here because they've no map control anywhere else. Ooh. If they want to go, they are going to have to do it the hard way. And Extremum, they are already set up perfectly to deal with it.
Absolutely. Azur even thinking about going for a peek with the flash, and it's going to grant him a kill. There's the double. Does he get a third? Azur, the game leader for the second round in the row. He wants it. He's hunting for it, and he is going to find it. 7 kills in 2 rounds for Azur, 19 and 6 and 9-6 on the scoreboard for Extremum. They close out the first half. What a round from Azur once again, and what a round from Benset with Yope. I mean, this man has had a recovery of a lifetime with the sniper.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not doing with the rifle, just pick up the op. You know, it is a lot easier to use. You probably actually find a little bit of fun with it as well. But I mean, what about Azur leading by example? 19 and 6, 2 huge rounds from him, gives his side the lead. 9-6 now going into this second half. They're going over onto the T side, and they're only 7 rounds away from knocking Lyngby out of the Spring Sweet Spring and qualifying for the playoffs. Manx has other ideas though, as he starts things off with a nice kill onto Jacob. The flash beat comes in, looking for some more, but it is going to be traded out into a 4v4. Rotates coming in. A fight on the B site will ensue.
We're from Sky looking for the heads. Connects only on to one. Azur and Lee. Azur gonna follow up. Gratisfaction as well. And that's gonna leave Yancy in a 1 versus 3 clutch. The bomb yet to be retrieved and yet to get planted. And oh, that was a crisp one tap from Yancy, but Gratisfaction is gonna shut him down. 10 on the board for Extremum. And that's 8 in a row. That was a 2-6. Now a 10-6.
Yeah, I mean, the recovery has been absolutely superb. I mean, what, 10 out of the last 11 rounds as well? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Lyngby, they've really been staggered here on Vertigo, and they need to pick up some form. They're hoping to have some Deagle rounds in here. They've Manx on an MP9. They're sending 2 towards A early on. They're going to get aggressive on the ramp. You would feel Yenzi looking for something on the crane, but he will find a lot of damage. Does a good bit of damage to Jacob as well. But look at this, Lyngby, they've rotated over. They're expecting this A play here. They hear the steps. They're going to swing out. From Sky will follow. Azur will get a nice reaction there. Rals making his presence known. He should go down in the back. Liaz with a trade. Little bits of damage being done, but Dafulat's alive, and he will be dispatched up rather easily. I mean, 11-6. Good, quick round there from Extremum. They lose a few members, you know, in the process.
41-7, man.
I know, man. He is absolutely dominating. He's really having fun. And I mean, look at the odds there, Ted. Look, 9.72 for Lyngby. Do you see a way back?
Yeah, nah. I don't really see a way back. I don't think, like, of course there is. Of course there is. Like, from 12-6, of course there is a way back. It's not impossible. I don't misunderstand me. It's not impossible. You win the first buy round, you start building up the economy, yeah, you might get a chance, but when I think about Lyngby Vikings not being able to win around 9, that's 9 in a row for Extremum. I feel like the momentum is just a bit too harsh on them right now. I don't really see a way back mentally into this one for them, but Azur is currently on 3 KD. I mean, that's a fragging IGL. Someone needs to make his team group 3 KD IGL. That's Azur.
Yeah, I mean, he's just leading the charge here for his side, and well, a lot of nades here for Lyngby. They're hoping to maybe call in a little bit of an airstrike towards the A ramp, or maybe a little bit earlier, and yeah, this is going to go over. Won't accomplish anything. Well, 2 of the grenades are going to be used. 2 might be kept for maybe a post-plant scenario if it comes in, but they won't be given the chance. They're all mowed down, and light work of the USPs. Extremum going to be picking up a 12th here. Yenzi will try and just be a little bit sneaky, but I mean, what can he really do even if he gets 1 kill? There's no chance he gets away with a rifle. It's pretty much done for him. And Lyngby, they're really just playing for this next round. You're going to need to see something strong here from the Vikings on their first gun round, or else, you know, we could be saying goodbye to them from the event.
Well, we might indeed be saying goodbye to them, and that's going to be their last hope. This buy round is their last hope. And you know, I love the fact that Extremum go for the tactical timeout. We've spoken about this one a whole lot of times. We know that some teams with, like the teams with the most experience, old school teams, most of the time do this. When they know it's a crucial round, that if they win, it's gonna make things really easy for them. They go for attack. They don't really go for attacks only when they're losing, because we see that nowadays younger teams feel like, yeah, if everything's going fine, we're winning rounds, we don't actually need to go for attack. No, you do, because you know that Lyngby will try to do something interesting. You know this is their full buy. Every single one of them has bought up to $0. So you win this one, it's pretty much done and dusted. And if you're Extremum, you realize that it's going to be really easy for Lyngby Vikings to call a safe at this point. Like if you execute onto a bomb site and they need to play a retake with, for example, 1 man down, even with equal numbers, it would be easy for them to call a safe at this point. Of course, the circumstances are really important, but they realize that this is their last chance, so they're not just going to be running and throwing their guns at Extremum.
Oh, aggressive play here. Out Gratisfaction gets a first. Going to be traded back. Rotation now from Lyngby. They try and get as many players on the A side as possible, but it's Jacob with a double, and Manx and Yenzi now have to defend alone. The damage done onto Jacob, and he will be finished off by the nade, so that's a lot more favourable now for Lyngby. But I mean, are Extremum going to be expecting Manx in this position? I'm not too sure.
Oh, well, they weren't, but Manx whips the first shots, and that's gonna leave Yancy in the 1 versus 2. All to do. This is the map, and potentially the game on his shoulders, and Yancy, he's gonna pick up 1. Now needs to find only Liaz. The 1 versus 2. This is for the map. This is for everything. He needs to clutch it. They've lost 4 players at this point, and Liaz, he's not gonna miss the shot. 13-6. Lyngby Vikings, they're under a rock right now.
Yeah, this is just not good at all for Lyngby. I mean, they don't have an answer to anything that the T side has shown. They didn't have an answer for anything in the last few rounds of the CT side for Extremum. Now money is just such a problem. I mean, if you upgrade the pistols, a little bit of armor, you're just really hoping for a miracle in this round. You're hoping for a miracle comeback from Lyngby. I don't think it's gonna come in. Yenzi, a lucky boy to be alive, as we see Rals thinking about getting aggressive, but is just going to play around the smoke instead. A little bit more passive from Extremum. Don't want to give away any free kills to the pistols. They respect Lyngby enough to play this one a little bit slower. But, I mean, unless we can see some insane 1-bigs, I mean, you're looking at 14-6, and then it's only 2 rounds from there.
Yeah, indeed. Things are not looking good for the Danes. Unfortunately for them, it's just not looking great. The 13-6, the eco. I love the fact that Extreme are taking their time with this one, even though they're walking into a stack. They are being quite methodical with it. They don't want to get caught off guard, so with these grenades being used, they should have no troubles. Like, okay, you lose 1 player, but that's all about it. Lyngby Vikings go for the swing. Look at those odds. They're 64 and 63. That's mad.
They are pretty high. I mean, not the highest I have.
No, we can't blame them.
Yeah, no.
It has been 12 consecutive rounds for Extremum now. They're looking to make it, like, Extremum might end up winning the game with 13 consecutive rounds if they win those 2.
Yeah, I mean, out of the last 15, Lyngby have only won 1 still. I mean,
yeah,
that it doesn't bode well, does it?
This is gonna be 14. Count to maths.
This.
Yes.
This is probably going to be 15 here as well. Look at that nade on the NZ to double up the Hail Mary play from the Vikings. Gratisfaction finds the opening, and there's one of the offs out of the round already. As Rallis will swing, he'll get the advantage back. Well, I mean, he'll get the disadvantage back into his side's favour. Now, Extremum, they're trying to dodge these flashes. Rallis will peek off one and find a second kill. Bird from Sky tagged down low. Rallis is good with the spam, but Bentet found a double. He's woken up with the rifle. Gratisfaction finds Dafu, and Manx now alone towards mid in a 1v3, and he's gonna go for it.
What's happened? Yeah, he needs to go for it. Like, well, you go for the save, your entire team doesn't have money. Like, you save the OP is gonna be 15-6. And yeah, he will. He will save the AWP. That's gonna be 15 on the board for Extremum. 13 consecutive rounds for them. Bentet with the double Gratisfaction. So this round almost looked like a Lyngby Vikings round. It almost looked like it. Rouse with a massive double kill there. Barely just taken down. It looked like they're struggling, but the Molotov kill from Bentet, the follow-up, Gratisfaction's double. Extremum somehow bounced back, and they make it 15. They're gonna have, what? Oh, they're gonna have 10 consecutive map points and match points. I just realized how much that is. I was about to say like 8 or 7 or 6, something like that, and I'm like, wait, Lyngby are still on 6. They were on 6 in the beginning. Like, they had the lead 6-2. I just realized Lyngby haven't won a round in so long.
They must forget what winning feels like at this stage. I mean, it's been so one-sided. Extremum, I mean, surely they just close it out here and now.
Yeah.
The buy isn't going to be great. Lank's getting aggressive. The trade will come in though. Gratisfaction has found it. And well, now a 4v4. The Lyngby defense has become that little bit weaker. Leah's now going to lurk out mid and try and punish the CT side. And actually, we are going to see Lyngby rotate a lot of players off A. So they have one player jiggling. They have ramp control. Extremum, they're changing up their approach this round. They're going towards B, but they're going into a little bit of a stack. The flash peak will come in. Nothing going to be spotted. Dafu spotted. Now, what a reaction. What a play from Gratisfaction as they're finding Dafu. That's it. Surely that is it. Surely that's the map over. Yenzi will find Azur. He's going to be mollied back though. Lias will now come alive. Oh, Raz, you're lucky to be alive there. But he will battle back. It's not done just yet. The nade won't actually do any damage. Bomb is planted though. A 2v3. Impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. Just tucked behind the smokes. Yancy and Rouse both tacked low. Of course, Yancy on 63, but Rouse only on 21 HP. Jacob at this point is just winning time, just trying to buy it out. Rouse is actually going to find another. So this makes it into a 2 versus 2, but the flash is perfect. There's not enough time on the clock, and Jacob is going to find the double kill to end it out. 16-6. Extremum are going to the playoffs over Lyngby Vikings after a long best of 3, but in the end, they managed to win.